Welcome to The Shoreline, brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio, where finding your Lake Erie love is a sure thing. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Jill Bauer, PR Manager for Shores and Islands, Ohio. We bring you The Shoreline every week to give you the inside scoop on what's happening here in our island and coastal communities. Okay, listeners, it's the first week in August. Summer is really flying by. Why does summer seem to get shorter and shorter every year? Regardless, summer isn't over yet. And we've got plenty of awesome things that are still happening this month, especially throughout the month of August. You can go to our Lake Erie Love blog, located in the top menu bar of shoresandislands.com, and check out our guide to the 25 can't miss August events, which features details on such upcoming fun as Island Green Week, which is happening now. For details on that, you can just go back a few episodes. Back in early July, we had them on. And you could listen to our episode about the natural side of the Lake Erie Islands. The Major League Fishing Bass Pro Tour is in town later this week with public activities at Sandusky's Paper District Marina. One of my favorites, the Berlin Heights Basket Festival, is this weekend. Come out and support all the food and event booths that are sponsored by the Edison Schools booster organizations. Enjoy the small town parade and the major entertainment they have. It's Rumors, the Fleetwood Mac tribute, and a great fireworks show. Later this month, you can enjoy the Port Clinton Lighthouse and Maritime Festival, the MG Car Clubs of North America International Gathering, and the Kalahari and Not Just Wine Festival. Hopefully, we'll be learning more about that new event here in the podcast soon. In the meantime, you can check out that blog post or go straight to the source, the Shores and Islands Ohio events calendar, also easily found at shoresandislands.com. Speaking of events, Shores and Islands, Ohio, and the entire state of Ohio are celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States throughout 2026 with events and experiences across all 88 counties. From aviation pioneers to musical legends, discover Ohio's unique role in American history. Each month, we will focus on a different theme that reflects Ohio's unique impact. The August celebration theme is Ohio Goes to the Fair, featuring the Ohio State Fair, county fairs, and festivals. In that vein, we've got a humdinger of an episode today celebrating our very own Erie County Fair, which takes place next week. Our other amazing county, Ottawa County, celebrated their fair already. It was just a few weeks ago in mid-July. It's one of the earlier county fairs in the state. Joining us to tell us all about the Erie County Fair is today's special guest, Beth Cutler. Beth Cutler has deep roots in the Erie County Fair and the local 4-H community. An Erie County 4-H alumna, Beth exhibited beef steers, lambs, clothing, and food projects during her years in the program, developing a lifelong appreciation for agriculture and youth development. A lifelong resident of Perkins Township, Beth and her husband Todd have continued that tradition with their 2 adult children, Tim and Emily, who are also Erie County 4-H alumni and remain actively involved in the 4-H program and the Erie County Fair. Today, Beth serves on the Junior Fair Sale Committee and has been a director of the Erie County Agricultural Society for the past 6 years, helping ensure the fair continues to thrive for future generations. Outside of her volunteer work, Beth is a pharmacist at Discount Drug Mart in Huron, where she serves her community year-round. So looking forward to talking with Beth today. Welcome to the Shoreline.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to our interview.
Great. Well, let's get right into all of the fair fun for our listeners who have never been to the Erie County Fair. Can you just tell us kind of in your own words an overview of what makes it such a special local tradition?
The Erie County Fair is over 170 years old. It's been going on in a couple of different locations in Erie County, mainly in Sandusky. But we are at our current location at the fairgrounds on Columbus Ave in Perkins Township right now. The fair happens early August every year. It's just a place for the community to gather. Right now we celebrate the achievements of some of our youth and their work with their 4-H and FFA projects, but it's also just a great place for the community to gather for a week, have some good food, meet up with some friends, celebrate our heritage. It's just a lot of fun for a small local fair. We're not a huge fair, but it's very small and intimate. You can feel safe there. Your kids can run around and you don't have to worry too much about them. It's just a great place to gather with your neighbors.
Absolutely. And you mentioned more than 170 years the fair's been going on. Quite a history. Do you know much about the original purpose of the county fair, not just in Erie, but just in general?
County fairs started out, I'm not even sure how long ago, but quite a while ago, mainly as a agricultural exhibition for the local farmers to share their new technologies, new practices, new ideas. They would usually include some kind of agricultural competitions, some baking contests for the women, sharing crop competitions, and maybe some animal shows for the men. Over the years, it's evolved more into an opportunity for the youth to display their hard work through their agricultural and non-agricultural projects and what they've learned over the year working on those. And then, as I said, it's just a great place for multiple generations to gather, reminisce. It's so much fun to go back to the fair and just hear people talk about the stories from when they were involved in the fair, when they were in 4-H. It's just memories that you never lose, friendships that never die.
Yeah, and I love how the county fair concept has evolved from being 100% about agriculture. Back in the day, like you said, it was where the farmers would come to show off their prized livestock or their amazing produce and share their accomplishments. And we're still recognizing accomplishments, but just in different ways, both for kids and for adults. So this year's fair is coming up August 10th through 15th. And one thing that's a little unique and a very cool feature of the Erie County Fair is that gate admission is completely free. Why has it been important to keep this fair so accessible? And what does admission to the fair all include?
It kind of started with the COVID times when a lot of things changed. We dropped the gate admission to get into the fair. That seemed to work well. We kept it that way. We just want everybody to feel like they can come. When you're there, you can see all the projects and the animals. We have a lot of food vendors there. There are some commercial vendors with some information to share, some things that they're selling. It is free to get into the fairgrounds and see all of that. Now, the grandstand events, which we have a grandstand event every night, most of those do have a charge to get in.
Okay.
But the entertainment, the animals, the shows, all that is free to get in.
That's really neat. You know, think about if you were just going over to get a bite to eat, you'd have to pay admission to buy food. You know, it's
exactly.
Like you're paying twice. So I love that you make it completely accessible. You can come multiple times throughout the week because of that free admission and not feel like you have to rush, seeing everything into one visit. If you walk around, there really is so much to see. And, they have a lot of organizations that are exhibiting there as well. So you can learn a lot and find out about things that are going on in the area outside of those agricultural things. But as a 4-H mom myself, I'm a Huron County mom and also married to an FFA advisor. Some things a lot of people don't really consider is that the youth are really at the heart of the fair. So tell us how programs like 4-H and FFA help shape the experience. What are some of the competitions that are going on during the fair and the exhibits that we should look out for?
So the youth that are involved in the fair are mainly members of either 4-H or FFA. 4-H is a worldwide organization which, interestingly enough, started in 1902 in Springfield, Ohio.
I didn't know that.
The birthplace of 4-H, right here in Ohio.
Nice.
4-H is open to youth 5 years old to 18. They join a club. They'll have meetings and they go through all the parliamentary procedure and all that they do at the meetings. And then they'll select from literally hundreds of different project areas they can choose from, not just the livestock, but there's nutrition projects, sewing, clothing projects, natural resources, woodworking, restoring woodworking, electricity, welding, so many different leadership, so many different projects they choose from. And they will work on these projects all summer. The amazing thing, they choose what projects they want to do. They work on them on their own over the spring and summer. It's not part of school. They don't have to do it. They do it because they want to, and they want to learn about these particular topics. They come to an interview, which we just had this week on Tuesday night. We had the interview for our non-livestock projects. And I have judged at those the last several years, and I just love that. I love hearing the kids be so excited about all the things they did with their project and learned, as I said, that they didn't have to. They just did it because they wanted to. And that really gives you a good feeling about the future of our youth, that they do have that drive.
Yeah, and it allows them the opportunity to explore their interests, things that they're maybe not exposed to in school. Because while we do have several rural communities around us, a lot of schools are eliminating those kinds of programs. There's not a lot of FFA in our area. And there are kids that maybe they want to be a veterinarian, and that's why they love animals. Or maybe they just want to be a good public speaker. People don't realize necessarily that there are speaking competitions and writing competitions and arts, photography, all kinds of different things that the kids can do beyond raising animals.
Right.
And growing things. My kids have a garden at their grandma's house, and they harvest vegetables every year, and they love to like challenge each other and fight over who's going to get the best box of potatoes and those kinds of things. So it's really neat to see all of that at the fair. You can see the kids' animals, you can see the kids' projects. They're on display throughout the different buildings there at the fairgrounds. But beyond the livestock shows, there are other youth-focused activities for families that you don't necessarily have to be involved in 4-H or FFA. So you have a kids' day, you have the school art showcase. Talk about some of the other kid-focused activities.
Some of the local Erie County schools have brought art projects. Kids Day is Wednesday morning, early afternoon. We're going to have the OSU mobile STEM bus there, which is a bus or trailer that they can go in and do all kinds of learning activities, which we've had that the last several years. That's a lot of fun. There's also the kids pedal tractor pull that morning. We have the new one we started last year that's been a big hit, and I'm excited about this year, is our livestock scramble, which we have that in the grandstands on Wednesday evening.
Explain that to somebody who doesn't know what a livestock scramble is.
It's something you really have to see to experience. But the younger kids, like 5 to 7-year-olds, will go into a little ring or arena type of thing, and we release a bunch of chickens, and they just run around and chase the chickens and try to catch them and pick them up and put them into a crate. And they run around. They have a ton of fun. A little bit older kids, 10 to 14-year-olds, can chase after a lamb, try to catch the lamb and get a halter on that. And then the 15 and over kids will try to catch a calf. So they release like 1 or 2 calves in there with all the kids, and they'll try to catch that and get a halter on it. The calf scramble is for adults also. We had quite a few adults. Last year we had actually 2 heats, one for the males and one that was all females. And we let them team up, so they had a partner, and that was fantastic. We have added a pig scramble this year. We had a lot of requests for that, so we're going to try that this year. That would be for the 8 to 12-year-olds. We grease up their arms, and they run around, try to catch that pig and get them to the center of the circle, and it's great entertainment. The kids love it, so please get your kids signed up.
You grease up their arms. You don't make it easy.
No, they get a little slippery.
My family has chickens, so I can attest that even for the little kids, chickens are hard to catch. They get away from you. That's hilarious.
They are fast little things.
I love it. Now, do the those that wrangle that livestock, do they want a prize?
The chickens don't. That's all for fun. We're all winners in that chicken category.
Oh, sure.
The lamb and calf, they do win a cash prize. And then the pig scramble, if you catch the pig, you have a choice of either taking that pig home to raise if you have the facilities for that.
What?
Or you can sell it back, I guess I would call it, and we'll give you the cash for it.
Well, before we were recording this morning, you and I were chatting about my coworker, Tiffany. Her kids are raising hogs, so I'll have to make sure that they enter that pig scramble. They can get one that they can bring home. And
oh, yeah, their dad would love to have another pig to raise.
Of course. The fair royalty contest is always a big part of the fair. And fun fact, your 2025 Fair Queen has the impressive distinction of being named the 2026 Ohio Fair's Queen. So what is that? And what does that mean for Erie County?
That's a great honor for Erie County and for Edie, our queen.
Shout her out. What was her name?
Edie Solette. At the Ohio Fair Managers Convention in January every year, all the county fair queens will come and compete for the title of Ohio Fair's Queen.
Interesting.
And this January, Edie won that over 80 or 90 different young women that were competing for that. And based on her interviews and her involvement with 4-H, she's just an amazing girl. If you look on our website or our Facebook page, I can't even get into right now all the accomplishments that she's had through 4-H. But so as the Ohio Fairs Queen, she is visiting every county fair in Ohio. Her and her mom have made it to every one of them so far.
Wow. That's 88, folks. 88 counties in Ohio.
And I think there's even a couple of extra independent, so it's like 90 some.
Sure.
And she will be every day at the state fair, and then she'll come back home and do our county fair. But just a great ambassador for Ohio county fairs and for Erie County in particular. We're real proud to have her.
So what's really neat about her representing Erie County is when she goes to all of those fairs, she gets to talk about Erie County and tell those folks about what we have at our fair. So that's really nice.
Yep, we get a little shout out.
And you have a lot of royalty, I think, as compared to other fairs as well, because there's many ages that can participate in the contest. What are your titles and when is that contest this year?
The Erie County King and Queen pageant is Monday evening, the first day of our fair. It starts at 8:00, and that is the competition for the King and Queen. I believe we have 3 King contestants and 3 Queen contestants running this year. I believe they have to be 16 years old or older. On Tuesday evening, we have our Junior Miss pageant, and that would be our junior court. We pick a Junior Miss, and then some runner-ups that go with her court, which will travel with the senior court to the various parades and festivals and activities throughout the year. And then we also, on Tuesday afternoon, have the Little Prince and Little Princess pageant, where we'll pick a Little Prince and a Little Princess that will also travel with the older kids to the festivals and parades and represent Erie County.
I will say that the Erie County Fair Royalty Float is always a popular one. You guys have a great parade.
Yeah, that red barn is, pretty memorable.
It's fun to see them out at different festivals and events. So many people think that you have to be a kid to participate, but adults can get involved in the fair too. What kind of opportunities are available in open class, and what other things can adults participate in?
Absolutely, yes. Our open class competition, we have 8 different categories. We have horticulture, which would be the flowers and herbs. We have fruits, vegetables. There are home goods, which are sewing, quilting projects. There's a baking category. There's photography, hobbies, crafts, a lot of different categories you can enter open projects, and that is also all on our website. And then those projects are displayed throughout the week at the fairgrounds. Our grandstand events do have local participants, of course, the livestock scramble we talked about for the kids. And Saturday night is the demolition derby, which local residents can be in. And some of our tractor pulls. We have a garden tractor pull, a farm tractor pull that local residents can be involved in with those also.
Nice.
One important way that adults can get involved and support the youth is by attending the livestock and small project auctions, which are on Friday and Saturday, and just give the kids a little bit more financial support for their hard work.
Oh, definitely. That's very important to, let the kids know that we're behind them and give them some support. So that the livestock auction, and that is, you said, on Friday night?
The small project auction, which is the rabbits and chickens, and then some of the kids who won some of the non-livestock projects will sell something related to their project. That is at 6 o'clock on Friday. And then 4 o'clock on Saturday is where we sell the feeder calves and steers and pigs and lambs and goats.
Auctions are so fun. I love just enjoy an auctioneer. Yeah. You mentioned briefly some of the grandstand events. Let's talk about what the nightly events are on the grandstand, because there are things that are kind of just billed as entertainment that anybody can just go and watch and enjoy.
Exactly. So we do have an event every night. Monday night is a rough truck competition. This is our first year trying that, but I know Huron County has had that for years. So we're going to see how that works for us. Tuesday is the rodeo, which we've had for several years, always one of our more popular events. Wednesday night is the livestock scramble. Thursday night is our farm tractor pull and garden tractor pull, and also includes the NTP Legends, which are some of the older pulling tractors that people may remember from years back. Friday night is the big NTPA tractor pull, and Saturday is our demolition derby, which includes a Power Wheels class and a lawnmower class, along with the regular derby classes.
Oh my gosh, lawnmower derby.
That sounds dangerous, but yep, they do it.
Sounds like it's fun to watch, especially if you've got an old lawnmower sitting around. Just go bang it up. So if somebody is coming for the day, just for a fun day out, what are some of the everyday entertainment things that are going on throughout the fairgrounds?
Every day walking around the fair, you can, of course, visit all the barns and livestock in the horse barns, the kids' project displays. If you find a 4-H'er, be sure to ask them what their projects are. They would love to tell you all that they've done and learned and what they know about their animals or their projects. We also have the All-American Petting Zoo, which will be open all day during the hours that the fair is open, with a lot of animals in there that you can see. They do bring a lot of animals. That is fun. We have a Wonder Dog show, which is a canines doing tricks. We'll have 3 shows a day for that. I believe they're at 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 8 o'clock. We have a wood carver who will be carving throughout the day, every day. We have our heritage area, which is really cool. There's a lot of old Erie County history in there, a lot of old machines and some things that still work and you can see, or just on display, older things. But that's a really cool. Some old farm machinery is out there. And then, of course, we have all of our food vendors and our other vendors that you can enjoy, and that's all for your free admission to the fairgrounds.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what area we're in, but Shores and Islands usually has a table out there. So if you're looking for things that are going on in the area maps, museums you can visit, maybe it might be in the heritage area now that I think about it, tied to America 250.
Yeah, it's in the barn near the heritage area.
Okay.
The barn with all the 4-H projects and other vendors. It will be in there. But yes, there'll be lots of information to share about our area.
So stop by and see Shores and Islands. For somebody that's planning their first visit this year, what would you say is the biggest reason they should experience the Erie County Fair?
If you've never been to a county fair, it's not like anything else. It's very down to earth, very community oriented, just a great place to be able to get involved with your neighbors and the kids who are doing things. Just a very friendly event.
And don't forget, admission is free. This is all great, free family fun, great entertainment. Only fees are going to be food that you purchase. And if you want to see any of those grandstand shows, some of them do have additional fees. But there's nothing better than fair food, guys. Toffs is there. Usually, I think it's a 4-H club that serves Toffs,
yes,
ice cream and milkshakes. And you can get pretty much any kind of cuisine there on the fairgrounds, from Asian food to barbecue to hot dogs, whatever you're hungry for, you can find it at the fair. So Beth, finally, can you tell us some of the specifics of the fair? What are the dates? What are the hours? And where can our listeners go to find the schedule?
Okay, yes, I will. It is free to get into the fair. The grandstands, most of them are $10 for the ticket. The livestock scramble is $5. The farm tractor pull is a free event to get into in the grandstands.
Okay.
You can find the schedule, the dates, and purchase tickets on our website, eriefair.com. There's a link for the schedule and to purchase tickets. The schedule is being updated all the time, so just be sure to check back right before the fair for new events that may be added. The fair does run August 10th to the 15th this year. That's a Monday through Saturday. We're open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily. We didn't talk about we have inflatables, bounce houses, inflatable obstacle courses, and laser tag.
Oh, wow.
For the kids to participate in. We don't have the mechanical rides. We can't compete with Cedar Point. We're not trying to compete with Cedar Point. We're trying to offer people something different.
Absolutely. That makes sense. We are in Sandusky, right around the corner from Cedar Point. If you want that, you can do that. You've got different options at the fair. Now, the inflatables and the laser tag, that kind of stuff, are there fees for that?
There is. It's a $10 per day wristband for all day, or $30 for the week. Could get you onto any of the inflatables and the laser tag all week. And we have inflatables we have a toddler house for the little bitty ones to just bounce around, all the way up to giant obstacle courses and sports arenas for the older teenagers to go in and act crazy, have a lot of fun.
So, okay, one more time, Beth, give us the website where our listeners can get all of these details and plan their visit to the fair.
Okay, and the fair again is August 10th to the 15th. Our website is eriefair.com. We are also on Facebook if you want to look for that and follow it. There's a lot of new updates on what's happening that pop up on there every day. And we'd love to see you come out to the fair.
Well, follow along there for the latest and greatest and plan your visit. Make sure you get a lemon shake up and a corn dog, whatever you're feeling like.
The shaved ice is very popular with the kids.
I hope that you have a great fair. Good luck, and good luck to all of the kids and adults that are competing. And thank you so much for joining us today, Beth.
Thank you for having us.
Well, special thanks to Beth Cutler from the Erie County Fair for joining us today. And as always, thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please be sure to like and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts so you don't miss a minute of the action here in Shores and Islands, Ohio. You can also find more information, including past episodes of the podcast, online at shoresandislands.com. We will see you next time on The Shoreline.